Athletes, parents, distinguished guests, welcome to the 2013 Youthee Award. My name is Laura Petrillo. I am the proud president of Youth One Media, and I am so humbled to be in the presence of such greatness. While this is our second annual Youthees Awards, this is our first year we're having a ceremony, and we're just as excited about it as you are. It's our goal at Youth One to produce top-notch content about great youth teams and athletes to promote the positive aspects of youth sports to the fullest. By meeting with many of you prior to the ceremony, I see that we're really accomplishing our goals. Thank you to everyone in attendance tonight, and for those of you watching at home. The winners tonight have received the highest recognition in youth sports. Our goal tonight is to celebrate you, the best of youth sports. Now, without further ado, I'd like to present you to Rick, our MC for the evening, Steve Galita.
Hey again, everyone. Hello. Welcome to the 2013 Youthee Awards ceremony. Thank you very much for coming. Some of you live nearby, you play sports in our area, but others travel all the way from, say, California, and it's awesome that you guys are all here. Let's give everybody a hand. Before we get started, I'd like to take a moment to thank our sponsors for this evening. We're grateful and we're proud to recognize the following sponsors: the Boys and Girls Club of Northwest New Jersey, Heroes Salute Awards Company, 34 Label Street Associates, Dr. Pekarsky Orthodontics, Ron G. LaPuma LLC, USSSA of Delaware and Maryland, and Zenith for the Enlightened Warrior, who sponsored some awards here tonight. Now, before we get started, we'd like to take a look back at last year before we dive into 2013. Let's take a second and think about a little bit that happened during 2012. So New Mexico became the 47th state. Fenway Park just opened up, and Howard Taft was, I think I wikied 1912 by accident. So in reality, we started our production department here at Youth One. Laura came on board and met with everybody, and we of course had our first Youthee Awards. Let's take a look back at the winners from last year. Coach of the Year, George Douglas. Female Athlete of the Year, Justice Mills. Male Athlete of the Year, Joe Demers. Story of the Year, Sydney Becker. And Team of the Year, Parker's Sons of Thunder. Let's hear it, everybody. Now, some of these athletes have moved on to high school, and some are still competing at the youth level, and one of them is even here with us tonight. He's last year's Coach of the Year winner, and one of his former players is here to present him with his award. Let's give it up for Youth One's Kyle Forrest.
George Douglas was our first ever Coach of the Year award winner. It's an accomplishment that will certainly be remembered by everyone here, and we're sure by him and his family. George started as a volunteer coach in the 1970s, and over the course of his 41 years in the program, he turned the Pequot Panthers into a powerhouse program. Even more important is his impact on the lives of the kids he coaches and the respect that his community has for him. Everyone who's played for George remembers him. He is revered and admired by current youth players as well as adults who are now old enough to have youth athletes of their own. As one of his former players, I can truly say he's touched so many lives and taught so much to so many. And that says more than all the championships, records, X's and O's ever could. With that being said, George, please come up and receive your award as the first ever Youthee Coach of the Year.
Now on to this year's awards. Presenting our first award is writer for Youth One baseball and football. Read his name on the site. It's Chris Costa.
Good evening, everybody. Tonight's first category will be Baseball Player of the Year. From our national rankings to our weekly All Youth One teams, we we've seen the next crop of great baseball players come across our desks. Here are some of the best athletes and the nominees for Baseball Player of the Year. First up is Darius Diaz from Port St. Lucie, Florida. Yogi Morales from Miami, Florida. Janie Rogers from Chickamauga, Georgia. And Emilio Vasquez from Hayward, California. And this year's winner is Darius Diaz.
Known as Mr. Clutch, Darius had 142 hits with 37 home runs and a 1.348 OPS last season.
Unfortunately, Darius couldn't be here with us today, but he had a message that he wanted to share with everyone. We have an acceptance speech for him right now.
Good evening. Thank you, Youth One, for this award. I'm sorry I couldn't make it to the ceremony tonight. I would have loved to, since I am originally from the Garden State, but I am currently training in the Dominican Republic. It is an honor to have won this award since I was competing against other candidates that are equally deserving. I want to thank God, my parents, and all my relatives and friends that voted for me. I also want to thank 2 coaches for greatly contributing to my success in this game. They are Rob Caravino from the Hitting Academy and Howard Johnson, former Mets infielder. One piece of advice to my peers is, if you want to compete in this game, you have to be mentally and physically prepared to face the many challenges every time you are on the field. Thank you, and God bless you all.
Presenting our next award is our basketball sports manager, Zach O'Connor-Roble. Basketball is one of the great prospecting sports in America. These next athletes are among the most talented you'll find on the court. The nominees for Basketball Player of the Year are Marvin Bagley III, Phoenix, Arizona; Tavion Durrett, Deltona, Florida; Zari Harrison, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania; and Evan Eric Longino, Fort Washington, Pennsylvania. And the winner is Evan Eric Longino.
Evan Eric Longino is a left-hander who stands 6'2" at 205 pounds, and he plays for a bunch of teams, most famously for Team Final. This past season, Evan Eric averaged 25 points, 12 rebounds, and 5 assists per game. He's a multiple-time MVP of the NJ Holiday Basketball Tournament and for the CBAA Bulldogs.
Presenting our next award is our football sports manager, Alan Abadides. Let's hear it.
What's up, guys? How's everybody doing? Good. Football. The gridiron is certainly one of the best places to find great talent, and we've seen hundreds of amazing youth players. The nominees for Football Player of the Year were Hank Bachmeyer, Rancho Capistrano, California; Juan Ellis, Waldorf, Maryland; Tate Martell, San Diego, California; and Dylan Moses, Baton Rouge, Louisiana. And the winner is Hank Bachmeyer.
This year, Bachmeyer was named to the Cal State All-Star Game and the Junior Rank All-American Game, while he led the Murrieta Panthers to a perfect 12-0 regular season record and league championship. He was selected to be part of the new elite team in Southern California.
Presenting our next award is one of the newest members of the Youth One staff. Everybody give it up for Jasmine Middleton.
Hello everyone. Hockey challenges athletes like almost no other sport can. You need a combination of finesse, strength, and tenacity. These next players exemplify all of these things and more. The nominees for Hockey Player of the Year are Hank Crone, Cedar Hill, Texas; Sean Day, Detroit, Michigan; Sean Doogie, Aurora, Illinois, and Kyle Kawamura, Franklin, Tennessee. And the winner is Sean Day.
Sean Day was recently granted exceptional status by the OHL Professional League, allowing him to be drafted, and he was, by the Mississauga Steelheads. He'll start his professional career next year. He's been known to have an impeccable skating ability, making everything look effortless. He's only 15 years old, but he's sure to get better with age. His size, speed, and stick handling are just a couple of attributes that have always made him stand out amongst the crowd.
Presenting our next award, you know her from the Live One Sports Roundup. It's Katie Lipkin, everybody. Give her a round of applause.
Lacrosse is one of America's fastest growing sports at the youth level. It's athletes like this that help it gain more popularity every year. The nominees for Lacrosse Player of the Year were Stephen Chase, Tallahassee, Florida; Lauren Daly, Shoreham, New York; Tyler Dunn, Manhasset, New York; and Nikki Ortega, Center Beach, New York. And the 2013 winner is Nikki Ortega.
When she was just an 8th grader, Nikki Ortega picked up all-county honors for her high school team with 40 goals and 24 assists. And then last season, she finished with 107 points, 70 goals, and 37 assists, becoming the top-scoring freshman in Long Island. She was awarded Most Valuable Player on her team and got all-county and scholar athlete honors. She was selected to the Lacrosse Magazine's all-tournament team for the U15 National Championship and recently made a verbal commitment to play for Notre Dame.
Presenting our next award is our softball sports manager. Give a round of applause for Erica Yakulik.
From the chance and camaraderie to the fierce competition on the field, softball is a special sport for youth athletes, and there is nothing soft about it. The nominees for Softball Player of the Year are Emily Fitzsimmons, Ellicott, Maryland; Kayla Kenahan, Oakfield, New York; Haley Kubal, Bowie, Maryland; and Rachel Zingerman, Columbus, New Jersey. And the winner is Kayla Kenahan.
This year at the plate, Kenahan had 61 total at-bats where she recorded 32 hits and 15 RBIs for a .525 batting average and .586 on-base percentage to go along with her .639 slugging percentage. On the mound, she recorded an impressive 36 strikeouts and is also an honor student and active member of her community.
I'll be presenting our next award. When we first started covering track and field and cross country, we had a great response, and we owe a lot of it to the tremendous talents of these athletes. The nominees for Track and Field Athlete of the Year are Sean Lee, Cerritos, California; Philip Roca, San Gabriel Valley, California; Daisha Rogers, Miami, Florida; and Lauren Williams, Studio City, California. And the winner is, for 2013 Track and Field Athlete of the Year, Lauren Williams.
Lauren Williams is truly one of track and field's most promising athletes. She won the 100-meter dash and 200-meter dash at the AAU Junior Olympic Championships last season. These gold medals are added to countless accolades that she's earned over the years on the track. She captured a bronze medal in the same events at the USATF Junior Olympic Track and Field Championship as well. She ran amazing times of 11.94 and 24.08 respectively.
I would like to thank the Youth One Award Committee for presenting me with this award. I thank my friends, family, and fans for supporting and encouraging me. I'm very honored to be selected from a great field of talented athletes. To my peers I say, never give up and keep working towards your goals. Maybe someday you will reach them. Thank you.
Presenting our next award is our wrestling sports manager, Ryan Lance.
certainly wouldn't want to test the skills of these next candidates. It might earn you a trip to the doctor's office. Tough and well-rounded, our next group of athletes compete in one of the toughest sports on earth, with a great deal of class. The nominees for Wrestler of the Year were Jackson Cole from Colville, Utah, Drew Eller from Parker, Colorado, Frankie Gissendaner from Rochester, New York, and Kate Olivas from Glendora, California. And the winner is Kate Olivas.
In 2012, Olivas had an amazing record of 292-1, and he won his 70th consecutive national championship when he took home the 80-pound title at the Cliff Keen Tulsa Nationals.
It's been great so far, and before we continue with the awards, we have an exclusive world premiere to show all of you guys here tonight. It's a promo that we did for Youth One. We think that it really shows the power of the youth sports community at large and calls attention to the efforts of youth athletes. Here it is. Please enjoy. I hope that everybody enjoyed it. We had some really great athletes that we got a chance to work with, and we hope that the concept empowers youth athletes across the country. And now on with the awards. Announcing our next award, you saw him earlier tonight. He did an excellent job, and we're sure he's going to do an excellent job again. It's Kyle Forrest. Everybody give him a hand.
What's a great moment without a great photo to go with it? Think back to all the great sports photos you see more than a great picture. You see a powerful snapshot of history. These next nominees are making history tonight as well. The nominees for Photo of the Year were Brock Meyer's Little League World Series home run, Will Lucas's Little League World Series no-hitter, Philip Roca's record-breaking moment, and Spencer Lytell's mid-air goal. And the winner is Spencer Lytell.
What an amazing shot taken by Spencer Lytle and an amazing photo taken by his brother.
I'm Spencer Lytle, and I'd like to thank everyone who voted for me for the Youthee's Photo of the Year. I'd first off like to thank my brother for taking the amazing picture of me in my aerial jump shot. Secondly, I'd like to thank my coaches, Chad and Neil, for pushing me to be a better player. Lastly, I'd like to thank my parents for supporting me in everything I do. It's a great honor to win this award, and as Wayne Gretzky quoted, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take, so go out there and take those shots. Thank you.
Presenting our next award is one of our fine writers here on the Youth One staff. Everybody give it up for Urban Cruz.
Hello everybody, I'm here to present the Boys Team of the Year. While the actions and talents of one can wow a crowd, it's the effort a team puts forward that can give them enough skills to overcome any obstacle. The nominees for Boys Team of the Year are California Basketball Club, Team Pennsylvania Wrestling, Minutemen Flames 2001, and Georgia Bandits Baseball. And the winner is Minutemen Flames 2001.
The Flames finished with an incredible 60-0-6 record. They had great offense and very tough defense, They finished their league season 39-0-2, outscoring their opponents 246-70. The Flames averaged 5.4 goals a game and only gave up 1.5.
Hello, Youth One. My name's Mike Moore. I'm the head coach of the 2001 Minuteman Flames youth hockey team based in Marlborough, Massachusetts. On behalf of our owner, LaRue Renfro, our wonderful players and parents, and our tremendous coaching staff, I'm very, very honored to accept the 2013 Youthee Award for Boys Team of the Year. The kids finished this season with a 68-0-6 record. From September through March, they battled against the top teams in Canada and the U.S., winning 4 major tournament titles. When people come and watch this team play, they describe it as the most unselfish hockey they've seen, highlighted by skill, speed, and just overall hard work. Next year, we hope to attend the Quebec Major Pee Wee Tournament up in Quebec City to follow the good fortunes of our 2000 Minuteman Flames team. So thank you again, Youth One, for the award, and we are very, very appreciative of the honor.
Introducing our next award. Not only does she host the roundup, she's one of the best writers at Youth One. Give it up again for Katie Lipkin.
Just like with the boys, it takes more than one person to win a game, and especially a championship. These girls all have championships and all have each other to thank. The nominees for Girls Team of the Year were Ashburn Shooting Stars Gold, Georgia Pistols Elite, MSC Coyotes Green Soccer, and the Stick Benders. And the 2013 winner is Ashburn Shooting Stars Gold.
The Shooting Stars are the reigning 2012 USSSA 12U Eastern World Series champions. They went 38-6-1 during the 2012-2013 season, and they picked up 4 tournament championships during that time, along with 3 second-place finishes and 8 top 5 finishes.
We are so grateful for this Youthee Award. We are sorry we were unable to attend the ceremony, but we have a few people we would like to thank.
We'd like to thank our coaches,
Rick McCarty, Dave Carver,
and Chris Sullivan, our hitting coach Eileen Hannigan, and our pitching coach Brittany Gardner.
Winning this award means we've earned the respect of others, and that's all any athlete can ever hope to accomplish.
So advice to become a great athlete is to always give 110% and to never give up.
Thank you for this award.
Introducing our next award, he's stolen before. Alan Pappenines, give it up for him, everybody. Football guru, Youth One.
Guru.
Like that. I'll try.
Hello again, everybody. A coach is the ultimate ace in the hole for any sport team and community at large. They can inspire great play, but more importantly, they have the opportunity to positively influence the development of young people during their most impressionable years. This next group does more than just coach. They help foster the strong foundations of our young people. And they are winners too. Our nominees for Coach of the Year, presented by Zenith, are Gordy Beechnow, Holt, Michigan; Mike Long, Highland, California; Keith Primo, Voorhees Township, New Jersey; and Ben Sheets, Louisiana. And the winner is Keith Primo.
This past season, Primo coached the Bantam Major squad for Team Comcast to a remarkable 65-2 record in the highly competitive Atlantic Youth Hockey League. They dominated division play, finishing the season with a 21-1-2 record. They won the AYHL regular season championship as well as the AYHL playoffs. Keith Primo, an amazing player and amazing coach.
Hi, I would like to thank Youth One for the honor of being named their Youthee Coach of the Year. Congratulations to all the other award winners and the other nominees for all of their accomplishments over the last year. Sorry I could not be there this evening, but unfortunately I had a prior commitment poolside in the Bahamas. I would also like to thank Zenith Helmets for their sponsorship this evening. As a former athlete and a post-concussion sufferer, the work they are doing not only in protective wear, but their efforts to educate and prevent brain injury is commendable. Lastly, I would be remiss if I did not thank the group of young men who I had the honor and privilege of coaching this past year. Many of these players are individuals who we will all be reading about as performing at the collegiate level and possibly beyond. So it was an easy game to coach and teach with so many motivated and dedicated individuals. Thank you again to all who voted for me and to Youth One for this special award. Thank you.
We're now moving on to Story of the Year. Everybody, let's give a round of applause to Tom, one of our newest members here at the Youth One staff.
Over the past 5 years, we have seen thousands of stories about athletes, coaches, and parents from across the country. Some have made us laugh, others pull out your heartstrings, and some make you say, wow. This is what youth sports and Youth One is all about. Here are the nominees for Story of the Year. Sam Gordon from Salt Lake City, Utah. Elliot Mass from Altoona, Pennsylvania. Crystal Metz from Kokomo, Indiana. And Jonathan Rengifo from East Rutherford, New Jersey. And the winner is Jonathan Rengifo.
Jonathan's story is a tough one. He was in the passenger seat of a car with his cousin that was struck head-on by a passing car. He was left with facial and chest lacerations, broken teeth, 2 broken ribs, a fractured nose and wrist. But only 2 months after the accident, 6 weeks ahead of schedule, Jonathan was medically cleared for practice. And in his team's first home game for the Wallington Panthers, Jonathan scored on a 20-yard touchdown run.
Now, all the winners here have the highest respect from our panel and the nation at large. But there were 2 nominees of everybody who earned the adoration of the whole population, and they garnered so much support that we had to create 2 special awards just for them based on the fans that voted. They're your fan favorites, and we're going to start with fan favorite, Coach of the Year. This gentleman has always been so gracious to us. For a guy who's so successful, coaches such an amazing team with national champions, national record breakers. You know, he's always right there just trying to make sure that everybody gets support, that track and field gets support. He's really an amazing guy. And he actually garnered the most votes of any coach this year from the fans. It's Dr. Mike Leon. Come over here and get your award. Dr. Mike Leon is a fan favorite coach.
Over the last few years, Mike Leon's SoCal Roadrunners have won countless local, regional, and national championships in track and cross country, and several of his athletes have set national records as recently as last spring.
We're moving on now to our fan favorite athlete. This young man is an outstanding hockey player. You know, scored almost more points and more goals than anyone, and he also garnered more fan votes than anyone. It's Sean Youthee.
Youthee racked up 45 assists and 22 goals for 67 total points this year, and was one of the main reasons why the Chicago Mission finished #1 in the 1999 age group.
Hi, I'm Sean Youthee. Sorry I could not be there tonight. I'd like to thank those who had voted me to win the fan favorite athlete. I'd like to give a special thanks to my parents for all that they have done, and also my coaches pushing me to be who I am today. Also, this could not have been done without the support from all of my teammates, so I thank you. Have a great night.
Up next, if you saw earlier, we had that commercial with some great athletes. One of them is a female hockey player who has an amazing story. She's incredibly tough. She's played with the boys better than almost anyone. She plays with the girls better than anyone, and she has a couple words that she'd like to say to all of you here tonight. We really think it exemplifies what we do here at Youth One. Let's give a big round of applause to Skylar Podby.
Hi, my name is Skylar Podby, and I'm 14 years old, and
Montclair, New Jersey. I play girls ice hockey. I've been asked tonight to speak for a few minutes about challenges in my experiences playing this male-dominated sport. I have started out playing boys ice hockey when I was 4 years old and transitioned to playing girls hockey when I was 12. I wrote a story in 5th grade that I would like to share with you tonight. Squirt Minor by Skylar Poppy. I thought I could make it. Yeah, right, the list. Oh, the list. I want to rip it up so there is shreds of paper left on the ground. My eyes started to burn up. I can't cry, I just can't. My mom sees my face and says, this experience will only make you stronger. Yeah, right, I yell back. It's not you that's watching your friends celebrate because they made the team. The whole thing replayed in my head at that moment. I walked into tryouts feeling all confident. I've known the boys since I was 5. I thought I was bound to make the team. The first day was a breeze. At least that's what I thought. I felt excited after the first skate. I felt on top of the world. The big night has finally arrived. It's the final tryout. I skated so hard my legs felt like jello. The drills were so easy. I was so confident that I could make the team. How could I not? It stings in my head to think about not making the team. That night I had the worst dream ever and I woke up crying. My mom woke me up and said, sweetie, what's wrong? Everything. How could they not pick me? The truth is the team was already picked. But it's not fair. I started to cry again. This experience will only make you stronger. How? How will it? I said. Will it help to watch them practice and hang out without me there? It might not be easy, but you are better than all this. And one day you will be at the top, not them. I hope you're right. This shouldn't stop you from following your dreams. It's just a bump in the road. That's all, and it will leave no marks, right? I won't make any promises, but I will try to put it behind me. Then I turned around and fell back asleep. Just a bump, no marks. In closing, it was this experience from being cut from a boys' ice hockey team simply because I was a girl that motivates me every day to step onto the ice. I continue to work hard, striving to achieve my goals to make the national ice hockey team and Olympic teams, and play Division I ice hockey in college. This fall, I will be going to North American Hockey Academy in Stowe, Vermont, where I will go to high school, train, and play ice hockey, the sport I love. My mom was right. Just a bump, no marks. Thank you very much.
Now, as one of the main initiatives in the Year of the Girl campaign, if you've been on the site, you've seen it every month. We award a female athlete of the month. And Skylar, we know that you just walked all the way back to your seat. We're going to ask you to stand up and walk all the way back up here because you are June's female athlete of the month. Skylar, talk to you. Now, before we get into our final 2 categories, this ties in with what Skylar was talking about. We shot a promo for one of Youth One's most important campaigns, the 2013 Year of the Girl. Among the 70 million youth athletes playing across the country, many of them are girls, and we always want to make sure that they get the credit for their hard work that they put in. So Laura and the help of our staff, we named 2013 the Year of the Girl to put an effort into isolating these girls that were great, that were working hard and doing amazing things for their sport. Let's check out the promo right now.
Today, there are more young women competing in youth athletics than ever before.
And at Youth One, we've noticed.
Did you know that female athletes are less likely to be involved with drugs?
Do better in school? And have a higher self-esteem.
And what's more important than that?
Isn't that reason enough?
To promote the efforts of these strong female athletes,
Youth One will offer more focused coverage of girls' sports like tennis,
softball,
basketball,
track and field, lacrosse,
hockey, and soccer.
Youth One encourages you.
You.
Youth One encourages you to be a champion for the ladies
by elevating and sharing girls' sports stories throughout the year.
Get involved.
Get involved.
Get involved. 2013 is
the Year of the Girl.
2013 is the Year of the Girl.
2013 is the Year of the Girl.
Youth One,
celebrating the best of youth sports.
Youth One, That's a wrap.
We're down to the final two categories, and here to announce the next one. We've seen her twice tonight. Let's clap louder than the first two times combined. It's Katie Lipton, everybody. Give it up.
Of all the girls that we've covered this past year that are fast, strong, and fierce, these sports set a standard of excellence that only comes around once in a while. The nominees for Female Athlete of the Year are Catherine Bellis, Atherton, California; Emily Fitzsimmons, Ellicott City, Maryland; Sam Gordon, Salt Lake City, Utah; and Deja Rogers, Miami, Florida. And the winner is Emily Fitzsimmons.
Emily is an amazing talent, and her coach said of her, Emily is one of those players always eager to work hard, learn, and apply what she learns. Emily's a very versatile athlete that pitches, plays first base and the outfield. She's a very effective hitter and drag bunter. She's a sponge and loves learning the game and competing at the highest level.
We're down to our final award, and here to present it is Zach O'Connor Roble. Give it up for him. To be chosen as the best in your sport is a special accomplishment, but to be acknowledged as America's greatest young talent across all sports is a once-in-a-lifetime achievement. We've been through so many great athletes tonight, and we close in acknowledgement of peerless excellence. The nominees for Male Athlete of the Year are Dylan Moses, Baton Rouge, Louisiana; Kate Olivas, Glendora, California; Philip Roca, San Gabriel Valley, California; and Cheney Rogers, Chickamauga, Georgia. And the winner for the 2013 Male Athlete of the Year is Kate Olivas.
Cade is a multi-time California state champion. He defended his Super 32 championship this past season when he won the 85-pound title in an 11-5 victory. This past November, Olivas took home the Tulsa Kickoff Classic Championship and went undefeated with a perfect 10-0 record, helping his team to a second-place finish at the VAC National Holiday Duels.
That brings an end to our award presentations for tonight. Let's give a big round of applause to all the winners, everyone who was nominated. I'd like to take this opportunity to introduce the man who's going to close the show for you tonight. He means a lot to Youth One. He's put in an immeasurable amount of time and effort into growing Youth One to what it is today. Well, everybody, let's give a big hand to Al Petrillo.
First of all, thank you so much for all coming. Every single person here, and those who aren't here, every person we watch, see, and cover is very special. Whether you win an award, you win a championship, you're the best person on your team, or not the best person on your team. The reason why we do this is to give you an opportunity to share your stories with others out there who are like you, and maybe can experience some commonalities, some common goals, and learn from each other. We want to give your parents, who are the most important people in this room, no offense to everybody. Without them, you wouldn't have a chance to do anything, right? We all know, mom, dads, thank you, right? Give them a chance to have a chance to celebrate whatever it is that you're doing in your life with the rest of the country. It's an amazing thing. You know, when we were younger, this didn't exist. My father didn't get on a plane with me to go anywhere to Canada to go play hockey. My father let me go down to the schoolyard and pick balls off the wall with a stick. That's the way it was when such a guy. Having said that, I'd be remiss to say thank you to everyone. You are our ambassadors of what we do here at Youth One. Without you, we couldn't do what we do. We do what we do because we love it. We love to watch the passion that all of you have in exercising your talents and experiences with us and allowing us to share with others out there. I have to really thank a few people. All the folks here at Youth One, all the young people who are working with us, all the people who are sort of gaining experiences, sharing those experiences with us, allowing us to be a part of your lives. Thank you for all the efforts you put in every day. Without my wife, I don't know where we'd be, but she's the mastermind behind all of this, and our days sometimes don't end until about 2 in the morning when I have to ask her to put the laptop down. So I haven't slept without a laptop under our bed for about a year now. You can put it away once in a while, it's okay. There's a couple other people. My partner, John Pantazis, he's the quietest man in America, but without him this wouldn't be happening, and I won't point them out because he'll be mad at me. And of course, there's another man sitting in this room who was the mastermind of all of this. And this was his idea. It's Jeremy Dallow. He's sitting up to the left. Still heavily involved. He's going to be even more involved in the future. Without his crazy ideas, Youth One wouldn't have been born 5 years ago. And we wouldn't be sitting here today, and hopefully in a much larger venue in the future. We get many letters from parents thanking us for the things that we do for them. And it's kind of embarrassing at some level to be thanked for just writing a story about something that we're just as passionate about and love to share. But I love to share a story, if I may, and I have it on my phone. I don't have my reading glasses, so it's going to be a little hard. I've done a lot of bad things tonight. So our staff did a piece during the year on a young man named Riley Cooper. Riley was a quarterback, is a quarterback, and he attends Jackson Middle School in Ohio. Within a few weeks of writing the story, we received an email from his father, Roger. And Roger said, and I'm going to quote him as best I can, "I sincerely wish to express my gratefulness to the Youth One staff for being a driving force in recognizing the hard work of young athletes. Specifically, Youth One has vaulted my son's exposure and credibility as a nationally ranked quarterback for the class of 2017. So I have to think that's a long time out, right? 2017. Without Youth One, his hard work would have not been enough to open the doors now open to him. So again, thank you so much for everything you have done for my son and my family." You know, at some level, there's very few companies you can be involved with where you get that sort of feedback and where you make a positive contribution to somebody's life. And whether Riley fulfills whatever dreams he has, the fact that we get to play a part of it in his life makes it worth it. I'm going to close on that and say thank you for coming. Thank you for sharing your children with us. Thank you for allowing us to share stories with everyone out there. And I hope you can enjoy dinner tonight, and you enjoy the baseball game and the fireworks, and continue to spend the night with us and share more stories. And remember, you guys are the ambassadors for what we do, and if there's anything we can ever do for you in the future, you know where we are, and you should find us, you should call us, you should email us, and stay connected with us. Congratulations, and thank you.